Hey guys, welcome back to Tarot by Cherie. How are my beautiful lights doing today? All right, let's get going. It is snowing here where I'm at, guys. I've been prompted to go into this deck today and see what beautiful messages we have. If you're new to the channel, welcome. You've come to a safe place. Let's do a 5-card layout. All right, so we have the Star. This is my beautiful light showing up as this beautiful bright white light called the Star, because that is who you are. That's who you're representing. All right, I'm seeing the Wheel with the Strength card and Temperance, patience. You guys have had a lot of patience. All right. So the feel I'm getting from this, guys, is some kind of like electric, energetic, like a pure energetic light, I want to say, entering into your reality. This is going to bring in some kind of unexpected phone call or an unexpected offer or a karmic payout. All right, this is the universe matching your vibration. So you've cleared the space, and now the big drop is in the physical manifestation of your prayers, okay? You've been seeding your intentions, and this is the moment the fruit drops into your lap, or the fruit turns into your fruitation, right? That's one of my favorite words. So this is a very positive start to the reading, guys. Let's get started here on this other deck and see what other beautiful message Spirit has for us. It is coming down over here, snow-wise. I'm in New Jersey, guys. Let me know where you're hailing from. Tell me in the comments section. I'd like to know where all my subscribers are listening from. It would be very interesting. All right, let's get started and see what other message we have. All right, and guys, just a reminder, if you're enjoying the readings, if I'm bringing value to you, please take a quick moment. It helps me tremendously if you were to subscribe, hit the notification bell, hype the video. I love each and every one of you for it, and that's going to help me out a bunch. All right, so I'm seeing some kind of instability here. Instability today. Somebody's dealing with somebody has these really is going through something emotionally, but it's like it feels icky, it feels toxic. Like somebody is going through something and they're just spilling it onto everybody, but in a way where they're not really looking for empathy, they're not really looking for an ear. This might be somebody at work or somebody in the family. They're just kind of spewing out negativity on you, and you're carrying this energy, this icky energy from them. All right, this is creating a burden for you, and you know, this isn't the first time I feel with this person. This person feels like, I don't know, this is really strange, but it's time for you to stand up for yourself and, you know, ask this person to please, you know, keep their emotions, feelings in check. You know, there's nothing you could do to help them, and they just need to work on themselves. They need to come up with a plan in order to rectify whatever the issue is. So in other words, you know, you might want to tell them that you cannot fix them. You can't fix their issue. This has to be done by them. And in the interim, they're putting all this negativity on you and sucking the life out of you, okay? So there comes a time like today or tomorrow when you need to be strong and stand up for yourself and speak your mind, because this is going to continue. This person is showing up like the devil themselves, very toxic energy. Whatever this is, you know, I don't mean to sound like I don't have empathy for people. I'm there for people, especially people who deserve it, who treat me well. But this is something else here, guys. This is somebody who just really looks at the world in a very toxic, negative way, and is not really doing any good to for the people around them, okay? So dragging people down, dragging people through the mud, dragging people into their problems, really not dealing with life in a positive manner. All right, I'm seeing well, this looks to be like, there's a lot of energy in this layout. Okay, so this could be for all of my aquas. I'm feeling like different energies, all different types of personalities, people going through different things today. One thing that binds you all together that I feel you have in common is there's something you're wanting right now in this moment, okay? And I feel like it has something to do with peace, having peace in your life, just, getting away from all of the stuff that just is dragging you down, making you feel negative emotions, making you feel trapped, or just, you know, you just want your life to become generally easier. You want things to go smoother. You don't want to have to live in strife anymore and keep, like life is just today getting you down. It's feeling like just life is a burden today for a lot of you. All right, let's continue and see if we get more on this. Yeah, again, I'm seeing the card of want here. Something you're wanting. You're wanting to start over in a sense, and you're holding on to this idea. So guys, I'm just going to tell you that you're going to manifest this in super quick, all right? This won't just be a fantasy like it was in the past for you when you just, had a fleeting thought like, I wish I could start over. I wish there was something else in store for me in life that's better than this, all right? Because now the way the planets are aligned and your gifts have come online, your thoughts are going to manifest this stuff in, okay? So I'm seeing something you're wanting with this new start. You're holding on to this thought, which is creating matter. It's creating your manifestation. I'm seeing a whole new financial beginning coming in for you that you are creating. You're manifesting this in. It's already in the pipeline, guys, okay? It's already it's moving. It's movement through the pipeline, okay? New beginning and a new financial start to go with that. And it's because you are repetitively thinking about this thing that you want, and you don't even really have to do that anymore, okay? Yeah, just manifest it. Just say, okay, so my intention is to manifest an extra $500 next week and see what happens, okay? All right, so I'm seeing somebody is feeling, I'm seeing a tower moment here for somebody. This looks to be like somebody who's in a relationship and just was told something that put you on the defense and brought in a tower moment. So I don't know what this was. I don't know if this was an ending. If this is you today, please comment below the video. And don't forget, guys, this is a good time for me to mention I do readings. And if you want to see what services I offer, you can click on the description below the video and then click on the more button. I also offer phone readings, okay? A lot of you were talking about that a while ago, that you would have something you would like, and I offer that now. But this tower moment is pretty powerful. So this again is making you defensive, and it was based on something somebody told you. All right, so it could have been your significant or somebody like a friend or somebody in regard to your significant. All right, here I'm seeing this is something. All right, I'm talking to a mom. All right, this is very hurtful. I see that your son and you think that your relationship has ended. You had a falling out. There's things about your son. I'm speaking to the mom right now that you don't understand, that don't seem, everything just looks all over the place and you can't put the pieces together. All right, that's because there's some unknown things going on in the background that you're unaware of, okay, that you might want to find out about. So I kind of get the feel like your son is still young enough that you can get into his business and find out what is going on. All right, because I do see he is going through some kind of like growing pains, let's say, right? So I don't know if this might be something to do with a crush or something that is bothering him. All right, so he may need to talk to you about that. All right, and I'm seeing you guys hard at work. All right, you guys are tired of working. Wow. Okay, so this is very explicit here. All right, you guys are done with work. You're just so burnt out, right? You're feeling stuck. Some of you are just feeling stuck in the jobs that you're doing. You don't fit in, or you just hate your job. Others of you are just feeling so frazzled, mentally, I want to say, mentally frazzled, just desperately needing a break. If you're able to, guys, take a mini vacation. And if you can't do that, if it's just not affordable, or you cannot, leave the workplace for long enough, take a 3-day weekend, use a sick day, use a personal day. And I don't know, 3 days used to work good for me. Just that extra day used to allow me to feel refreshed when I went back. But I am seeing a good news around your money. I've been seeing this for every day, basically. They're saying put your boundaries up, okay? So you can do things in a nice way, so you don't have to feel like, oh, I can't do that. I can't, ask my supervisor about that bonus he told me I was going to get last month that never came through. Or I can't ask my boss about a raise because, I just feel like scared because, what if he fires me? Like, don't feel that way. As long as you ask nicely, guys, you can ask anything you wish, okay, as long as you're respectful. And I am seeing good news around your money with this supervisor here. This is somebody who is more understanding than you give credit for, okay? So he comes off maybe a little stern, and he doesn't like mingle. He doesn't have a lot of conversations, and he's not real friendly. But it's just because he's very professional and he doesn't want to mix business with pleasure, okay? It has nothing to do with the fact that he's not a good-hearted person. So go make that arrangement. Go sit down. Go talk to your boss or your supervisor. The worst thing that can happen is not at this time, no can do, whatever. Just be ready. Have your heart prepared just in case it's a no. But, go in there with the idea that you're manifesting a yes. All right. You're going to hear the word manifestation a lot in our readings because, guys, I have to show you how easy this is going to be for you now. I believe we are already partially in 5D. So a lot of the things we've been talking about over the last year or two are accessible to you now with your gifts and all the work you've done, the where your frequency is and your energy. Okay, so you've worked on that. It is at a point where you're vibrating extremely high, and you can connect to those 5D emotions, which are elation, just feeling warm and fuzzy. Most of the time when we fully get into 5D and we're set there, you are going to have that feeling as a baseline. So instead of, how we feel, sometimes you get all of a sudden it comes out of nowhere. And this is happening a lot to me. And come to think of it, if this is happening to you guys, please comment about this. It's like something I need to know. You're going to hear some noise in the background. My heater is super, super loud. I'm sorry. I'm not willing to freeze to to shut it off. But just bear with me, guys, okay? So what I was talking about is just, how like all of a sudden this feeling of something comes over you out of nowhere. You get hit with this massive anxiety, or this feeling like, oh my God, doom and gloom, something terrible is about to happen, or, some weird, bad feeling like this is what I'm going through. And I just want to know, like, am I developing a mental disorder and a mental disease that I'm, my anxiety is on 100 all the time, or you guys experiencing this too? Because if a lot of you are experiencing this, I'm going to attribute it to the energy, which I usually do anyway when there's nothing wrong. There's nothing to anticipate that should be causing these, emotions or feelings. All right. Here, guys, we have the wheel in the center next to the sun. I'm liking this. Okay. This is something unexpected. You're totally looking the other way. All right. Right when you're thinking that the world is coming to an end, it just must be, right? All this exposure coming out, it's confusing. We have stuff coming out. We have lies. We have just a lot of strangeness, right? I just throw that all in one big ball and call it the third dimension, and I stay away from that, guys. All right, I am no longer getting plugged into that. I know what it's all about. We're watching the the demise of the old system being torn down. All right, that includes, you're going to be seeing a new money system coming in, just in case you weren't aware of it. Yes, a new money system. It's going to be on blockchain. So start to familiarize yourselves, if you can, with, what do you call it? What do I want to say? Crypto, because it's kind of like crypto. It's going to move the same way on blockchain. It's electronic money. All right, and no, it's not anything that you have to worry about. It's not what was talked about years ago, that, you know, people have things confused right now. This is something we're going into to avoid that. You know, people won't be able to hack our accounts anymore. People won't be able to do terrible things anymore with money, move money through accounts that were used for bad things. Okay, that's coming to an end. But what I'm seeing here is you're looking the other way, thinking the world's about to come to this terrible, it's a terrible world, it's a terrible time. And then boom, out of nowhere comes this prosperity and wealth. Doors are going to open wide, and there's a feminine energy here with these cards, and that is empathy and love. Okay, yes, men are also empathetic and loving, but with the feminine energy, it's just more, it's like a, I don't know how to explain it. It's a softer, more like a motherly type of energy, a protective, well, men are protective too, but just different, a little bit different. Okay, nurturing, that's the word. Okay, more nurturing. So you're going to feel this. You're going to feel more nurtured, and you're going to feel like things are starting to open up, you know, like never before. You're just going to be kind of shocked and surprised as, you know, doors, windows start opening around you, like very easily too. Things are just going to fall into your lap, like in the beginning of this reading. Okay, you're just going to notice things, boom, 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 your manifestations, boom, 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 and things are going to start to feel different, smoother, nicer, happier, more joyous, easier. Okay, so you can expect all that beautiful stuff to come in. All right, do we have a timeline, Spirit? When is that going to, when are we going to be feeling that? All right, they're saying that you're not understanding. All right, well, Spirit, explain. So the sadness that you're feeling, the remorse, the chaos that is around you right now is blinding you, and it's blinding your thought processes. Okay, so you need to focus on your strength, your manifestation skills. Okay, as soon as you do that, you're going to see things change. You're going to start to feel it immediately. Once you, and I keep saying this, guys, your powers, your gifts, same thing. They're interchangeable. Powers, gifts. Once you recognize these powerful gifts that you have, and put, you know, some focus on them and admit that you have them to yourselves. Once you recognize them, okay, you are going to be able to powerfully manifest in things like that. Okay, so you basically getting in your own way. They're saying the chaos around you is throwing you off. It's making you feel normal, right? Like this is how it's always been. It's always been chaotic. It's always been tough. It's always been I'm on my own. It's always been, you know, shit's happening when I'm looking the other way. And then boom, and then sadness, right? Sadness, you know, the feeling that, you know, you're fighting this endless battle called life. All right, here I'm seeing the manifestation card. They're saying like this is a gift that you have, that you can change all of what I just described in a heartbeat. You can change it now. You can change it today, this very minute, this hour. Okay, all right, let's continue. All right, so for some reason I'm getting that Many of you today are feeling some kind of way, like a sadness, and it's because you desperately want happiness. You want it in full. You don't want to pretend that you're happy, or, talk yourself into that you are a happy person and happy things are coming in. You don't want that fake illusional shit anymore. All right? You want the real deal. You want your cup running over with joy and happiness. You want money. You want to be surrounded by money. You don't want to have to worry about where your next dollar is coming from, and if you're going to be able to pay all your bills next month, and if you'll be able to buy all the foods that you want to buy for you and your children. You don't want to worry about that stuff anymore, okay? Spirit is saying use your intuition on this, okay? Go back to the manifestation skills and stay there. Stay in the magic, they said, the magic of manifestation. Stay in that mindset. All right, keep yourself there. Stay in a state of gratefulness. That will help. All right, and I'm seeing some sort of somebody committed to something that you're just no longer into it. You're getting ready to get the hell out of it. Okay, so whatever it is, I see that you committed to. It looks like a person. All right, the only person that is happy with what you're doing is the person you're doing things for. All right, you're feeling trapped. This person is celebrating, and things have to change quickly. All right, guys, we're in this time where it's unavoidable. You have to put you first. There's no but, there's no if, there's no maybes. Okay, you have to put yourself first, or you'll suffer for it. Okay, and you won't be able to help anyone else around you. All right, I'm seeing some kind of I'm seeing something negative around an opportunity, and I'm picking up on it looks like a work opportunity. Okay, so listen, this is for those of you who have been looking for work to no avail. You're not getting any calls back. There's a supervisor here gaining clarity on, it looks like, doing some hiring right now. So some of you are going to get this phone call. And again, going back to the beginning of the reading, we talked about a possible phone call, right? Phone call or something else. Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but some type of energetic manifestation, some type of energetic light coming in, a manifestation, something good coming through some kind of, maybe the phone, communication wise. I'm seeing that this opportunity is going to, let me just do another layout, make sure. I feel like some of you are going to be contacted for a job that you already put to bed. You already think it's over, somebody else got it, and they're not going to be calling you anymore. Okay, so this is making a lot of you feel ignored and scared and worried that, it's never been like this before. You guys are out there pounding the pavement, some of you for months, to no avail. All right, and I'm seeing the card of Judgment in the middle, and decisions having to be made. These decisions, they don't feel positive. They feel like some of you are having to decide between buying food, putting food on the table, or paying a bill. All right, this is a very difficult time. All right, we have to start looking at the good that's coming in, at the positive. We have to start manifesting the good, and we have to keep ourselves in this positive way so we can continue to manifest. All right, and they're saying that for all the Aquas, because you're all empaths, you are moving toward being in a better way financially. Okay, your finances are going to improve. All right, not massively, not right away anyway, but this is the near future. You're going to see some improvement. Some of you are going to be hearing from jobs that you, like I said, you put to bed already. You think that you're done, there's no jobs, there's no one's calling. Okay, I see that this is going to bring in balance for a lot of you. All right, so I don't know what the lag was, why there was a lag between the time you went for the job and how long it's taking. Also, guys, I want you to know that you have like 1,000 or more applicants per job now, until things fully turn around. I mean, we're bringing manufacturing back in if you live in the United States, and other countries are getting better too. All right, you just have to find ways to hold on. Find, you know, and you're all very creative, so you can create little side businesses. If you like making things with your hands, there's a platform you can go on called Etsy. There's hardly any startup costs for that. So you can get going right away on that. You know, go in a craft store, see what you feel like making. Go online and see what's popular. It could just be painting rocks or something simple, making jewelry, right? Anything. And put it on Etsy and see what happens. And you could promote your stuff on there for cheap as well. All right, but I'm going to say that that is the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated. And I will talk to you tomorrow.